In this section, we're going to look at blood flow through the heart. So on a separate piece of paper, I'm going to do a diagram. So let's go ahead and get to that diagram. And this would be, let's say, my version of blood flow through the heart. And we're going to draw that out. Okay, now you can do your own version. There are plenty of things online. Back on the book that we just looked at, there's that version. But I think this will help you quite a bit. Okay, so the first thing, and I'm going to try to break this down into just a handful of steps. Okay, so number one, we have blood that's coming in from the body to the heart. Okay, and then it's going to go into the right atrium. And now from the superior vena cava, same thing. So blood is going to go in the inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava and spill the blood into the right atrium. Okay, in part two, blood is going to go from the right atrium into the right ventricle, and it has to pass through the atrioventricular valve, the tricuspid valve. Okay, then blood has to travel up and go past the pulmonary valve, the pulmonary semilunar valve, and go into the pulmonary trunk, and then the blood will go to the right lung and the left lung through the pulmonary arteries. Okay, so we have the pulmonary trunk, and so that's this area. Okay, the pulmonary trunk, right there, pulmonary trunk, and then the right and left pulmonary arteries. Okay, now when blood is done getting oxygenated, it has to return to the heart. Okay, so in step 3, blood will be coming into the right and left pulmonary veins. Okay, the right and left pulmonary veins, and that blood is going to spill into the left atrium. Okay, now the left atrium, their job is always to receive blood. The right atrium receives blood from the body, and the left atrium receives blood from the lungs. Okay, and in step 4, blood is going to spill into the left ventricle, and it has to pass through the AV valve that's on the left side. So that's the mitral valve or bicuspid valve. Okay, now we've got a bunch of blood in the left ventricle, and when the left ventricle squeezes, it's going to send blood through the aortic semilunar valve and then into the aorta, so the ascending aortic arch, and then descending, and then blood will also be exiting the 3 tubes, the brachiocephalic, the left common carotid, and the left subclavian. Okay, and then that would be step 5, which is sending blood into systemic. circulation. Okay, one way to try to visualize this is if you were a red blood cell traveling through the heart, what is the order from beginning to end that you are traveling through the heart? So your starting point is going to be the vena cavas. Okay, so from body to the heart. So superior and inferior vena cava, and then that blood spills into the right atrium. So that's going to be your starting point. And then what structures are you going to be passing through? If you're that red blood cell, what structures are you going to be passing through in order from beginning to end? Okay, now going back to the book, so this diagram breaks it down in 11 different steps. And then you can read about it there. So it's essentially the same thing that we just drew out. Okay, so blood flow through the heart. Make sure you understand that.